Hey there, viewers. I hope you've all been eating your cottage cheese. It's only the newest fad. I'm kidding, it's not that popular. In fact, if you just mention that you eat cottage cheese in a crowded room, some people look at you with disgust. But believe it or not, cottage cheese has a ton of great health benefits. Let's explore. Are they rich in protein? Can it help your heart? Wait, how fast can it make you lose weight? You'll be so pleased with these cottage cheese benefits, you'll probably be eating it with an ice cream scoop by the end of the video. Let's begin. 1. Weight loss. Yes, cottage cheese can help you shed pounds. If you're looking to remove a couple notches off your belt, cottage cheese will help you eat less food. If you're like me, you probably overdo it with the snacks. The good news is, cottage cheese makes you feel full for longer periods of time. Let's just unpack this for a second. A single cup of cottage cheese is around 230 calories. How often do you eat something that is low in calories and actually feels full? It's sorcery. Actually, it's pure science. The fullness you feel after cottage cheese is mostly due to its high protein content, but more on that in a second. Certain types of cheese also contain fatty acids that help with the fat burning process. Cottage cheese is often a go-to food for people trying to get in shape. Now don't get me wrong, this doesn't mean that you should sit on the couch eating it out of the container. That's not a good look for anyone. Cottage cheese mixes well with other healthy foods. These include sliced bananas, peaches, and berries. Studies have shown that a diet consisting of more cottage cheese, fruits, vegetables, and grains can help adults not only drop weight, but maintain their weight loss. Now before you go running to the grocery store, just know one thing. Cottage cheese is super heavy on the salt. That same cup I mentioned a second ago contains around 40% of your recommended daily sodium. Not to mention, around 11% of your daily cholesterol. Try your best to go slow on the cup of cottage cheese. Maybe eat it throughout the day. Just try not to overconsume. What's your favorite type of cheese? Don't forget to sound off in the comment section and start a conversation with our community. 2. Plenty of protein. If there were awards given out for protein density, cottage cheese would deserve at least a ribbon. On a good day, a serving of cottage cheese can carry more protein than 2 whole eggs. Think about that. A single cup of cottage cheese holds almost 30 grams of protein. To put that into perspective, adults are recommended around 46 to 56 grams per day. This makes cottage cheese. So, what is essential on your journey to build more muscle? Journey. That makes it sound a little more important than it actually is. But hey, you need to take your workouts seriously. When I started exercising, a friend recommended that I get a serving of cottage cheese each day. When weight training, a good diet is essential. Especially when it comes to protein. You need it in order to gain muscle mass. You mostly have casein to thank for that. Casein is a type of protein that makes up about 80% of cow's milk. It helps your body absorb amino acids and increase your muscle building. So if you're looking to hit the gym this summer, be sure to add some cottage cheese to your meal plan. I know firsthand how helpful it is. 3. Stronger bones and teeth. Who knew that something as random as cottage cheese could benefit your smile? Like most dairy products, cottage cheese is a terrific source of calcium. That cup I mentioned before contains about 11% of your daily recommended intake. Tired of watching your pearly whites rot? Cottage cheese will help you regain the minerals in your teeth that you lost to junk food. It also rebuilds your tooth enamel. That's that outer surface layer of your teeth meant to protect you against decay. Not only will this give you a better smile, it will put a smile on your dentist's face. Well, maybe not, since you won't be paying them as many visits. As for your bones, both the phosphorus and protein content in cottage cheese works to strengthen them. Not to mention all the calcium. Remember when your grandfather used to say, "Eat your food, kid, get those strong bones"? No? Well, mine used to say that all the time. I never took him seriously. Now that I'm older, I realize that he was specifically talking about cottage cheese. Consider it a bone booster of sorts. If your doctor has recently told you that your bones aren't doing well, cottage cheese is one of the ways to get them back into shape. 4. Prevent insulin resistance. Talk about one shock after another. When I look at cottage cheese, protection against diabetes isn't the first thing that I picture. As it turns out, cottage cheese can reduce your body's resistance to insulin. This is again due to the calcium content. Now, I'm not going to explain how diabetes works right now. That's a rabbit hole. Save for another video, but I can say that insulin resistance will turn into type 2 diabetes if you're not careful. And the best way to save yourself is to eat healthier. Research from 2002 showed that dairy products in general can lower your risk of insulin resistance. So the next time you see a glass of milk and think, meh, who needs it? Just remember that regular dairy consumption can save you from a ton of health trouble down the road. Anyone who suffers from diabetes will tell you. 5. Prevents heart disease. On top of diabetes, cottage cheese can maintain the health of your ticker. Did you know that in the United States alone, someone dies from heart disease every 37 seconds? 1 in 4 American deaths is due to heart trouble. At this point, anything that can reduce your risk of heart disease needs to be considered. It turns out that the magnesium in cottage cheese lowers your blood sugar levels. This improves the health of your heart as well as your overall immune system. The high protein in cottage cheese also plays a role here. It slows down the rate in which sugar enters your bloodstream. And remember when I told you about the salt? Well, the potassium in cottage cheese helps to just to balance things out and eliminate some of the effects of excess salt. If your body experiences a regular overload of sodium, your heart will feel most of the pain. Preventing sodium buildup only further reduces your risk of heart disease. 6. Improves digestion. Cottage cheese can certainly influence the way your body digests food. This is thanks to phosphorus, which not only helps with digestion, but your bowel movements. I know, it had to be said. Hey, if the term bowel movement is too much, plug your ears for this next one. Along with phosphorus, your digestive system can also use the help of magnesium. Magnesium acts as a sort of laxative. If you've been feeling constipated, a healthy amount of cottage cheese can assist you in the bathroom. That wasn't so bad, was it? Luckily for your friends, this isn't the kind of laxative you use for a dirty prank. But if you're looking for a food that will help your stomach, cottage cheese can do the trick. 7. Folate. Cottage cheese has a ton of complex B vitamins. I don't believe it. I'm kidding, B vitamins are probably not something you think about on the regular. But in case they are, you need to know about folate. Folate is needed to create red and white blood cells in your bone marrow. This is extremely important for women during pregnancy, as it helps in the development of the fetus. Folate also plays a part in the development of babies and young children. While the folate content in dairy is a lot lower than in vegetables and cereal, there is still enough in cottage cheese to meet your body's needs. Okay, now you can run to the grocery store. Just make sure your bones are strong enough to survive the trip. Do you eat cottage cheese? Would you consider it after watching this video? Let us know in the comments below. We would love to hear from you. Enjoy this video. Hit like, share, and subscribe to my channel.